बहुत लोग
बहुत लोग yeah.
Love in Hindi is PR.
Yes.
Yes.
PR ke kahani. This is the first time that a man said, yes, I have a lot of time. And my mom, she's like, you know what? I don't kind of support this. And I'm like, I don't kind of care. I land in Chhatrapati Shivayu, Terminal 2, and the guy switched off the phone. Oh my God, she's so pretty! So I started from Slums because everybody like, let it go, let it go. I'm like, this guy is going this way. Now you know. The more you know. Like, oh my God, what did you say? It sounded so nice. And I'm like, you bitch.
कलेश, क्लीशेज और कटाक्ष। भाई इतनी स्पाइसी कॉन्वर्सेशंस हो जाएंगी इस पॉडकास्ट में, ये तो सोचा ही नहीं था
भाई। इटालियन डीजे तक को आके इंडिया में स्लम्स में रहना पड़ता है।
और वो सब तो फिर भी ठीक है यार, ये सोचा ही नहीं था कि कोई एयरपोर्ट पे आके इस तरीके से जीरो पे आ सकता है।
भाई तो आप लोग क्या देख रहे हो? शुरू करते हैं आज के कटाक्ष।
हाय ऑली
Hello.
एंड वेलकम टू कटाक्ष।
Oh, but after a year. No, it's not true. I think that this is the first time that you contacted me because usually people just text me on DMs and they're like, I texted you. And then they meet me in real and they're like, I texted you 2 years ago. You didn't reply. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
I guess we got lucky this time.
No, thank God that you send an email.
Yes.
Thank you. Send an email, please. Send an email to me. Like, don't text me in DMs. I will not reply. There are too many DMs. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So we personally discovered you during lockdown, the COVID time. Like that time your reels were like every time I used to scroll and I went on Instagram,
Yeah.
I used to see your reels and everything.
Went viral.
Yeah. Every second reel of ours were yours actually.
Sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry for spamming you on Instagram. I'm gonna do it again.
No, we'll be glad if you do it.
Yeah, right now Instagram changes every 5 seconds, so you never
Yes,
know. But
yeah.
I still have some people who follows me.
Yeah, they are not some people. They are actually a lot
Over
of
a million
people.
बहुत लोग.
बहुत लोग, yeah.
Listen, my Duolingo is getting good. Like I'm trying to do Hindi stuff. I'm trying to speak.
Okay. And what more do you know about?
Depends how much you piss me off.
Okay.
True that. No, it's serious. Like
Okay.
I'm that serious. Don't worry.
So, what made you move to India?
I moved for so one thing. Love in Hindi is PR.
Yes.
Yes.
PR ke kahani, right?
Yes.
You're pretty good at it.
Where's my biryani? So the thing is that I kind of moved for my love to one person because I thought that I am going to live with that guy, and he proposed, right? Let's live together. And we're like, oh my God, that's amazing. Let's go. And so he kind of made me like come back to because I was here after. Okay, whole story. You have a lot of time, right? So
Yes.
this is the first time that a man said, yes, I have a lot of time. Please hurry up. Okay, so I was living in Indonesia after a big breakup in my life, and I moved to Indonesia for 1 year. I lived in Jakarta. I lived in Medan. I still have friends there. Love them so much. And then I went to India for my tour, and I used to talk for years to this Indian guy, and then we met and PR sparkled.
Okay.
And and then I made sure that he's a nice guy and everything is okay. He was about to provide the house and everything because I'm I don't know anything, so I'm gonna still pay 50% of the
Rent.
the rent, but you have to find it because I don't know Hindi, I don't know anything. So it's yeah, okay, not a problem. At that point in which I just locked everything, I came back home, blah blah. I gave the keys of my house to my mom. I closed everything in Italy, And my mom used to say, like, are you really sure you have, like, you're going to a country like that? Was a period in which, like, it was a little bit dangerous. That's what we heard. And my mom, she's like, you know what? I don't kind of support this. And I'm like, I don't kind of care. So, you know, like, it's your problem because it's my life. And it's now or never. And then I land in Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminal 2, and the guy switched off the phone.
Fuck.
What?
Okay.
So as soon as you landed to live here, he switched off his
Yeah,
phone.
yeah. That's why every time that I hear people that, oh my God, she's so privileged, I'm like, oh really? Do you have a family here? Yeah. Oh, so you already are ahead of me. Do you know Hindi? Yeah, you already are ahead of me from the start.
You know, there's a
So-
term called प्यार अंधा होता है. It's called
Love is blind.
love is blind.
Yeah, I was also dumb, not blind. I was also dumb at that street. No. Let's just say that I just trusted someone, and I thought that it's gonna be the story of love of my life. But yeah, it is, because at the end of the story, I stayed here, and
An Indian betrayed you and you started trusting the whole country.
I found more humanity here than anywhere. Like, how to say? I lived in different countries, and I experienced a lot of stuff there. A part of, like, Indonesia, that Indonesia was an amazing country to live in, and the people were, like, really, really nice. Like, till now, I'm like, you have to be dead to do not have a friend in Indonesia. Like, literally arrived there, already there. But India surprised me with a lot of human warmth, because, like, I started with free luggages and 200 euros in my pocket.
Oh,
and I
okay.
started, like, before it was not fancy to say that, like, oh my God, yeah, let's just not say that part of my life. But I'm like, listen, I think that a lot of people, they struggle to go wherever they have to go, right? So the period of the travel matters, right? So I started from slums, and
So you've lived in Indian slums.
wow. And what was the experience?
you know, totally fine, because I found people who are just nice. Without any reason. So, like, usually it's like, no, you have to have a reason to be nice, and they were just nice. They were maybe poor, but they were way more
Human.
human, you know. So it's like, let's just say that some societies are pretty superficial. So they are, like, just looking at you, how you're dressed and all of that. Like, oh, I'm not gonna speak with you because you're not coming with a big car. And I'm like, I'm coming with a rickshaw because, bitch, you know, if we are stuck in traffic, we all stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? Until now, it's like I still have the mentality of, if I have to reach to a point, I'm gonna take a metro, I'm gonna take a rickshaw, I'm gonna take a bike, anything. Like, I am Olly everywhere, right? So
Yes,
I don't
yeah.
have this ego issues that, oh no, if it's not Range Rover, I'm not gonna step into it. I'm like, chala, let's go.
Actually, in Mumbai traffic, it is better if you are not driving yourself.
That's Italian rage issues here coming up, because everybody, like, let it go, let it go. I'm like, this guy is going this way. You know?
And what are the Hindi curse word use?
I actually didn't adopted that part. I adopted all the part of sabzi, fal, haha,
The one that you need for a living.
Kipiche, okay, all of
You
this.
know,
I'm quite polite, but if I have to abuse you, I will abuse you in Italian.
Or in
Okay.
English.
Because there is a law in Hindi. In India, there is a law that you cannot abuse people in the middle of the street. Otherwise, there is a fine and maybe jail. So
In
Is
Italy,
it?
In India, yeah.
In
Is
India?
Yeah.
Who-
Listen, you are Indian. You should know the laws.
This is-
We've been roaming around the streets abusing people randomly.
And it's prohibited officially by Indian law.
This is the first time I'm hearing this, actually.
Now you know. The more you know.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank
No,
you
but
so much.
it's
Olly.
like I'm paying taxes
You know-
here, so I should know
You know,
the
there's
laws, right?
there's a term called behin chot.
I know that. I will not say that. I will say that in Italian. Because like you cannot just roam around with Google Translate. Say it again. Say it again.
What is
Okay,
the,
Google. No.
what is the Italian for the same word?
A lot of people will hear that on the streets. I cannot reveal myself. So yeah. So that I understand that a lot of people they are abusing. I'm like I'm abusing in my language. So catch me if you can. I know the law. So yeah. So that's that. That's been very very not polite.
It's okay. I mean,
Trust me, whenever I'm going downstairs, every 5 seconds happens something that I'm like, you. And
Deep.
like my friends are like, oh my God, what did you say? It sounded so nice. I'm like, happy birthday to you, your parents, your hamster,
relatives.
everyone.
So, Olly, how did you move on with that boy who betrayed you?
Who betrayed me? Not only he betrayed me, but I found out that our friend in common used to date him. While after that, like he was from another city. I'm not gonna say which city, Pune, and he moved to Mumbai at the end of the story, established his business, and lived with at that point one of my besties. And they apparently slept in one bed in her 1 BHK and nothing ever happened. She's like sister to me. How did I knew that? Because like whenever we used to go out with her and she used to make me pay each and every time, you know, like, oh my God, sorry, I forgot money. Oh my God, sorry, you know, like today it's not the day. I'm like, okay, not a problem, I can pay. Like it's friendship, right? If you're in the deep shit, why not? But it's you know, went on the level of yeah, but you actually, if you want to see me, you have to pay for it, right? So something like that. I'm like, I'm not your boyfriend. And then at one point, the last time I came back from somewhere and I brought her a small gift. I'm like, okay. And she made me pay that day as well. And I was like, no, girl, like, come on. And she goes, I'm like, oh my God, I have to go. She goes outside. A car comes near her. She gets inside. The light switches on, and I see my ex.
Okay.
And I'm like, "You bitch!" And she's like, and before that, she's like, "Yeah, I have a person with who I live
who
in,
I'm seeing.
and yeah, he moved in, and you know." And then no, we are just friends.
Bro, what the fuck is happening in
I
Pune?
sleep with him on a daily basis in one bed, but nothing ever happened for months. I'm like, this is not the first time that I heard that story, by the way, because I had several relationships here. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just too old for this. So I'm just like, next. Yeah.
What was your mother's reaction when she came to know that
She
you've
didn't.
been betrayed? Okay.
She didn't.
So you made sure
Because-
that she doesn't get to know it.
Yeah, because for like the first week, I was super desperate, but several people helped me, thankfully, and thank you so much to them to, you know, like arrange at least a SIM card, you know, because when you land in another country, you don't
You
have a
need-
SIM card.
Yeah.
And here it's always very complicated, everything that you put your hands into it. So there is like too many documents, for what reason, I don't know. And yeah, so that's that, you know, like after a month or so, I just, you know, texted my mom like, everything is fine. And she's like, show me where you live. I'm better not, there is not good connection. Don't worry. So I used to like go to like beautiful places and
Send her pictures.
send pictures to her, which at the end of the story, it's not that hard, right?
So basically, you were doing in India what Indians do outside.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you trust Indian men now?
Men?
Men, yes.
Like I have that consciousness that not every man will betray me or backstab me or cheat on me and say she's just a friend. Yeah, like yeah, we slept together. She was in her undies, I'm in my undies, but we are just friends.
American Pie got real.
Yeah, I don't know, like it's just, like it's I don't understand how can you prioritize anyone else apart of me, work and family. So I'm okay with you having your family, having your work, because this is what you give, work gives you money and future. Your family is very important, so whatever happens in your family, you have to be there, right?
Yeah.
Because if your father isn't well, if your mom isn't well, if anyone from your family is unwell, you have to be there for them. It's the same as me. Hashtag Western people don't hate their parents, by the way. But that's that. Just because we live outside the family doesn't mean that no, I hate my mom so much. No, I don't hate. I love her, and she has secured the bag because of me right now. So
Okay.
she's living very, very happily because of me. But I had to move my ass, and I had to work, and I had to hustle just so she has. If I would stay at home, we would be poor as fuck. Continue to be poor as fuck, because we went there, been there, done that a lot of times. So I'm just not even surprised. But yeah, like let female friends, I don't mind. But then if you sleep with them in one bed, that raises a question.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I am not that open-minded. It's like, yeah, but you're Western, you're open-minded. I'm like,
Actually, no.
it's not that I'm going to, because I had crazy situationships in which I used to have like friends, but like gym buddies, and we are just working out, and I'm very straightforward. I'm coming with terms and conditions. Oh, we're working out. Yo, don't die. That's it. Okay, if I can help
Optional.
you somewhere, optional. Please don't die in front of me, because like I already seen some scenes here, and I'm like. So that's that. And yeah, but some of those people have girls that think that they don't have an option, in which I'm like, it's stupid to say that, because 1.5 billions of people, majority of this population is men.
Yes.
Girl, you will have an option. Like, if I've seen the statistic, and I've seen the statistics because I'm not kind of girly, I do my research. I'm like, there is so many more men in millions than women here in India.
That is true.
And sometimes women here, they just attach themselves in a toxic way to men, because I don't know, something. And I'm like, get a life, girl. So instead of getting alive, she like calls, like she makes him drunk or unconscious somehow, like, oh look. And then she opens his phone, and then she calls me, threatens me, like, oh. I'm like, the guy doesn't even know how to lift properly. What? Like, I always say, girl, I have standards. I have standards, not offending anyone. I have standards that are pretty high, and I would not, date Mr. Potato. So, so like for several women, obviously, wealth and show off that, oh, my boyfriend has a car. I'm like,
Good for him.
no, because no one has a car nowadays. No one. Wow. Okay. So for me, looks is important in man.
Okay.
Looks is important, how he dresses, how he behaves towards me, right? But I don't care. I never, in all of my life, I never had the instance in which I would like, okay, so how much do you earn? I'm like, I'm not giving you a job. Like, I don't care about your bank account. It's your bank account for a reason, right?
Internship
Yes.
at Olly.
Yeah. So that's that. Whenever someone is just like, wants to rely on you, it's not an adult. And I don't, I just don't want to deal with kids. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
So for me, if you have a job, that's a green light. And then we go further. I don't care. You can be a janitor. I don't care. Okay. But the thing is that you should know how to behave in public. You should know how to like speak. I don't care. Speak Hindi, not a problem. We had that instance, and we are like, okay, you, me,
And Google
go
Translate.
out, food. Okay. Now it's upgraded, but then before it was like that. But you understand what I mean. So
Okay.
that's that.
So how difficult it was to get betrayed as you came to India and getting into the next relationship, if you've ever been into another one?
Obviously, I'm here for 8 years. No,
Okay.
I'm gonna sit there and like wait for him to look me in the eyes. No, the thing is that somehow some men they have this attitude like I'm pretty. I'm like continue. Yeah, because some of the men just have this attitude like she has to do the first move. I'm like, wait for it.
As long as you can.
Wait for it. You know, like with the age, everything falls down. So you just, that's that. So I don't have this kind of problem with attachment. Like he betrayed me. I just block the people and move on in 5 minutes, and I'm very very serious about it. I'm like, before you, my life was good. After you, my life will be good. You are the piece of the puzzle. You're not the whole picture. So majority of my time is work. Work everywhere, social media and everything. Then comes my mom and my family, and then everything else is optional. Like my health and everything is very important, and then everything else is optional. It's not that I'm not capable of loving, but I'm like, show me what you got, but motherfucking yeah, it's like, are you worth it? Are you worth my time? Are you worth my effort? Are you worth my energy? Right? Because this is what it is between all of the people. The relationship is always, trust me, whatever they say, like, no, you have to provide for me. Are you a dog? Okay, bark. No, it's like, who are you? What you have to offer, what you bring to the table. This is what I bring to the table. Are we matching? Because Italian mentality is we have to match. Means that we have to be on the same level. If we are not on the same level, if we are not both working, if we are not both hustling, I don't think it's gonna work, because if you don't have life, you will make my life miserable. Okay. And if you don't have this kind of things that you know the worth of the money because you're working. If you rely on me, I'm sorry, but like I'm saying that for both men and women, right? Like I have a lot of things to offer, but a man has to be worth it for me to just put it all on the table and saying, this is what I have to offer, bro. Let's move it forward. Not like sometimes it's like, oh, it's okay. She has nice eyes. I'm like, yeah, but then after that, where she works, how long she's working, does she have any goals in life? Because this is very important. Like you have to know what's up. And both, it's like, not that I want to play a pussy card here, because it's like I never play that, and I think that this is very wrong. Or you're empowered, or you're not. There is nothing in between. So that's how I was raised, because I was raised by a very very nice person. So my mom was a teenage single mom, and she had me at the age of 18. Okay. So at one point, our grandma threw us outside, so we became also homeless. So it's not that we had time to say, I don't think this interior is giving. It was like at one point we had like 3 potatoes And then we didn't know when will be the next time we will eat. But my mom manned up and fucking, done a lot of stuff. She worked hard. And after some time, we had money to at least rent a place. Okay. So we didn't have that kind of attitude like, oh, treat me like a princess or no. I'm like, listen, I'm treating myself as a princess as well. I'm providing for myself from the A to the Z, whatever I have on myself. I bought it. Anything I own, I had it because I worked. So I would never rely on any other person. It's like, oh no, this is not okay. You are not committing to people and all of that. I'm like, committing to who? Like, I should know what's up with another person. Then I will move on and commit. But just committing because, oh my God, he's so tall. I'm like, okay, as him, as like millions of people. So I have a choice, right? So that's that. Like my personal scene is just, okay, show me if it's worth it. Like, not with attitude, but let's just go outside, have a coffee. Please don't come in chapels.
Do you think cheating culture is being promoted more or
By
being
whom?
normalized
By whom?
by
By
the
our
current
generation.
generation?
You say Gen Zs.
Gen Zs,
Gen
yes.
Zs. You know what? It's just, I think, moving step by step, because we like, traditionally speaking, a woman that didn't actually had shit to say in life. It was just like, like a parcel from one side to another, and you have to do only this. So that's how you're considered to be a woman. That's how I am not considered to be a wholesome woman, because you are so lonely. You don't have a husband and kids. You're so lonely. Like, I'm not gonna tear my vagina just because of whatever you want in your life. So, um, if you are free to choose, as long as it's protected and, you know, between
Mutual.
two people,
Yeah.
they both say yes, they can do it. Then if you are in a relationship, personally, I would never touch a guy who is in a relationship, because I've been cheated on many times.
Sad.
And I was like, why would you do that? If you're insecure, just tell me. Like, if you're not enough for me, don't bite more than you can chew. And like, don't play your insecurities on me. Just you are free to choose. With me, for example, it's like, if you want to have an open relationship, not a problem, but I have to know. I have to know. It's
Let
not
your
that
partner know, actually.
I have to. I can stick my stick Wi-Fi. Like, seriously.
To as many connections as
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Who is connected is connected, girl. And I'm like, at least have some requirements to other people, right? Because it's both men and women. You have to have like standards. Like, after me, like, it's like after Ferrari, you go ahead and hop into Tata Nano and say, oh my God, this is so amazing. And then you cry that, oh, it was not as good as with you. I'm like, no shit. No shit. But once again, like, I had my first cheating story, in which the guy didn't have the guts to, the classical I'm unwell, because at that point I was working in the club already as a PR, and I was a teenager. So I started to work at the age of 14, and by the age of 18, I already was working for 4 years, by the way. So since I can remember, I was working. I was having my own money. And then at the age of 17, I slightly fuck off from my house, because I'm like, I want to do whatever I want, and I have money for it. And then I cried because I'm like, so many expenses. So that's that. I think that everybody had to experience that at the end, because whenever you are a teenager, you are just more prone to explore the world and more open to be hardworking, I think. And
I'm not sure about hardworking, but
No. I've seen a lot of even I know a lot of people here that are like, okay, let's do it, let's work.
It depends actually. It depends upon the person.
Oddio. I found good people. Then
Yeah.
obviously statistics might say something else, but personally, I had like good skilled people, even under 20, that were there and were on point and were on time, and they were like, oh, why don't we do this? They were more creative. But hopping up on the train of the my first story of cheating, the guy cheated on me while I was with like 40 degrees fever, and I was at home alone, and I didn't know even if I will survive it. And he was out in the club with his friends. He was drinking, and then he met one of my friends.
Okay.
And the rest is like, they went behind the tree and 2 sunflowers kissed. So
Yeah.
I know something
You've
about
been
it.
watching a lot of Bollywood.
Yeah, my God. And especially right now when they actually talking about like whole history, like Manikarnika and all of that. So Padmavati,
Padmavati.
Yes.
some like 5,000 years of culture and history. You cannot have only 2 guys in this 5,000 years. You have so many of them, and women as well. I don't know why women are not mentioned as much. Like what's wrong? Like what they were not existing. And then you see all of these Bollywood productions, and you're like, no. So yes, right. And OTT everywhere.
Yeah.
They're like starting to pushing the whole narrative of what happened in 5,000 years. Oh, 5,000 years, bro. It's like double as like Roman Empire existed.
Yeah.
So, how has your DJing experience in India been? Like, you've traveled across the country.
Have you seen my reels?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's most of it experience. So I worked for, I think, 10 years of my life as a DJ before I got on the big stage. And the first big stage was in India. And I still remember it was the first campus show in Bangalore. And for me, it's a big stage because 6,000 people in front of you, for me, it's a big stage. Okay.
For anyone, it is a big stage.
Okay, so after 10 years of struggle, something that people today, maybe they just see only the positive side of it. So they're like, oh, okay, so I will start to DJ today. And tomorrow, Sunburn will come with me and say, oh my God, you're so amazing. Why don't you come and perform in front of 24,000 people today? Yeah, we have a gig for you. We have a slot for you. Like, yeah. So it doesn't happen like this. It doesn't happen overnight. And even if it happens overnight, you have Bella Porch where she's at right now. She was so popular.
Yes.
And where she's at?
Nowhere.
Yeah, you understand. So there is something there. Like, one of my marketing people said, if it's just sudden and super big, something is there. Something is there that it's not that it's sketchy. So
It's not gonna stay.
Yeah, because you have to deal not only with marketing, you have to deal with people. As it's hard to go up, and it's also hard to.
It's
to
harder
be
to
there.
stay there.
Yeah, it's very, very hard to stay there. Very hard, trust me. So I made it to the big stage, and I remember one of the promoters. He's like, "Oh my God, it's summer," and I didn't knew shit about it, right? But I still somewhere have my artwork from that day. Because I was just so happy about it. I was just like printed it and put it on my wardrobe. So I go in front of this 6,000 people, and I'm like, that was, and just it just clicked between us, and it stayed for years.
Were you nervous for the first time?
I didn't know anything what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So it like I have a very fucked up thing in my life called social anxiety. So
A DJ has a social anxiety.
yeah.
Ironically, it is.
So it's yay, amazing. Please don't cry, 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 don't cry. Yeah, so that's that. So sometimes it's happening that I have like panic attacks behind the. In fact, it happened once. The last time
You got panic
when
attacks?
when my I'm behind the console, and out of nowhere it's just like starts to like
Kick in.
and you don't know how to deal with it, and your manager is looking at you. He's, oh fuck, and yeah, so you just press the button, go in front of the people, and start your performance. Sometimes it's hard because there was some gigs in which I had like concrete stone flying on me that hit me, and just I'm not gonna name the city, but they didn't, like, the organizers didn't take care of the safety. So some people thought it would be fun to throw a concrete rock on me. Yeah, that knocked me off actually. But I woke up in the cab. They were like, "Oh my god, she's died." Like, no, what's happening? So some people, they throw things on the scene, like like cans of something, and think that it's fun. I'm like, this is not the way to make yourself noticed. So like it's pretty dangerous. So just don't do it, because like I already am like very, very borderline to have a panic attack each and every time that I'm performing. But if it's unsafe, it's just like my anxiety skyrockets. And sometimes after this kind of stuff, I just like cry myself like for like 1 week straight away. I'm not saying that because like it's a very kind of personal thing, and people don't want to hear about it because it's not colorful, and you yourself just amazing colorful experience. But nobody sees that if there is breach of security, it skyrockets like your anxiety, and it's very, very bad. Like, and I have free free cardiovascular conditions in which like my doctor is like, if you continue like this, you're just gonna die at one point. Like you're just gonna walk and die. Just so you know, so continue like this, it's gonna happen. I'm like, okay.
So have you thought of quitting the profession that you're in?
No.
I mean, why? As you said in the starting, that it is not more important than your health.
The relationship, not my work. The relationship comes later. Relationships come later, but not my work. Which, whenever you are saying, "Oh, you can die on the stage any minute," okay,
A
I'm ready.
glorified death.
Huh?
A glorified death. Do you look at it?
No, it's better that on the stage that that's in the on the loo whenever you are shitting, cha. Yeah, that's totally fine. I made at one point it struck me when I was like, yeah, like severe irregular heartbeat, fuck it, like thrombosis, fuck it, this, that, whatever, fuck it, like, right. And my and my like doctor said, listen, you have to have like, I went to the hospital for one thing, and before the whatever, they give me this document, and they are like, signed up that we are going to do the procedure, but you have to sign up that if you will die, we are not going
That
to
is
take
on you.
responsibility. And there was like no way back. If I would not do the procedure, that would just kill me in another way. So I'm like,
I have plenty of options here.
no, it's like you understand that shit got kind of real at this point, that you might actually die. You might actually like fall asleep and never wake up. So in that moment I was like, oh, So the doctor was right. I can actually die because like I always live like I'm invincible, I'm invincible, I'm invincible. At the age of 21, my stepdad dies. Also there, I had to go through a lot of shit, and because we didn't have money to pay for the funeral, so I had to perform 2 days after my father's death. Yeah, trust me, one of the harder part in which like nobody gives a shit about you as you. Everybody gives a shit about party, right? So no matter how it's going, you have to kind of you have to kind of perform. Then after half a year, I go and live in a relief in relationship with this guy. Turns out he's abusive. Sends me to hospital for 1 month with injuries all over my body because he just woke up and thought that it's gonna be a nice idea to just knock me out and try to set me on fire after that. But it's okay. It's okay. Then I realized that I have, like, I go obviously in all of that. I land in a hospital, in ICU, with the police that stays outside of the thing because the guy is still roaming around and God knows what he can do because actually he went to the hospital to try to kill me once again. So the hospital.
Did all this happen in India?
No, in Italy.
Okay.
In Italy. At that point, I think in Italy they didn't took seriously the safety of women. And right now, the safety of women is very important topic in Italy. But before it was like,
Who are they?
yeah, like femminicidio. Femminicidio is like a man kills a woman. Femminicidio, and we had a big problem with it, and still we have a big problem with it. We are talking about it right now, and we are trying to solve it as much as we can, and we are trying to deal with it. So after that, I land in the hospital, and the doctor says to me, "Listen, you have free cardiovascular conditions. You can die any minute now. So just so you know, you have to do this procedure. If you will not do it, you can die as well. But yeah, so just let you know, this is a document, subscribe that." So I with one DI that actually worked, I signed it, and I'm like, okay. Then I cried in the public. This, like, I never cry in the public. Then I cried in the public because I was just like, what the fuck is going on in my life? So yeah, so that's like 1 year that was like very, very hard, and I was very dependent on my work, and for half a year I could not even perform because of my face and everything. And I remember I went to the judge. So the cops was very, very good. Like, they done their work well. In fact, there's especially one cop that I don't think that he will ever hear this or sees this because he's in Italy. There was one cop that actually helped me a lot. So I hope that he will remember my face somewhere or somehow. This will go to him. So thank you so much. But the judge was a bitch, so he's like, yeah, but you will ruin a young man's life.
But he did attack you now, so why
Yeah.
would you ruin his life?
No, because
Basically,
if you will put a case against him,
Okay.
while you can walk, finally you can walk, nothing happened, right? You haven't died.
Since you survived, so
Yeah, so just
It's
let
not
it
an offense.
go. Let it go. And I'm like, I don't. The one thing that he took away from me is the safety in my house, because there are no other safe places in my life, just my house and my gym, minus my gym. So right now I'm literally scarred for life, and you think that I will not take. And he tried to put it on me like, oh my god, you're so feminine, like, you're so feminine, that's why he just lost it. I'm like,
Not.
ah, like this cat, like, ah. Yeah.
so did you eventually find justice?
No, he escaped abroad because obviously obviously. So that's that. I always say, in one way or another, in one way or another, I will find my way, and I will be better, and I will be bigger, and I will be more whatever I want to be. Those things makes you fall, makes you scar for life, makes you like think twice before you go outside. Sometimes I just like I during Corona I was just sitting at home, and there was like the moment in which like I had to go outside to buy food. I was looking at the door, and it was just like I could not open the door. Just could not open the door, which is for anyone like, bitch, half of my family died. Shut up. I'm like, yeah, like I had my grandfather died during that time, and I could not be at the funeral because I'm in India, he's in Italy.
Okay.
So that's that. It's okay. It's okay. It's life. It's life. It's another thing that I have to live with, and another thing that I think a lot of us has to deal with. Right, the death of people who are you think they are gonna be there forever.
Man, you're stronger, You're
I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. That's why my life is just like, okay, I live now, right here, right now. What I can do for be like better. What I can do today to be better. Tomorrow, you know, tomorrow what's a vein explodes in my brain, and I'm dead in the middle of the streets and whatnot. So like what I live here matters. Like I don't want to die nameless. Die nameless is the worst shit I could do.
There's a term called oblivion. Most people don't want to die in oblivion. That's a fear of mine, actually. I don't want to die in oblivion.
Okay.
And I think the same goes with you.
No, for me, it's like what I can create of special on this earth that people will remember me, because people remember only big names. They will not remember the names of their ancestors, though. But yeah,
That
thank
is
you so
true.
much, great grandma. But do I know your name? No, right?
That is true.
But I will remember that big name of, well, for now, everybody will remember Shah Rukh Khan, for example, because he's a legend, right?
Yeah.
Everybody will remember a lot of other freedom fighters and all of that, because those were the big names, right? But they will not remember the name of their ancestors, because they just said, okay, I don't want to create anything else than life, and I will take care of this life, and that's about it. As I came, as I go, nameless. That's like majority of the world. So you kind of want to be on the privileged side, or create this kind of privilege, which might sound very, very harsh, but it's true. Like, how many of your ancestors you remember? Right? How many of big names you remember of your country? A lot.
A lot.
A lot, right? You can name them. You can name what they said, what they did, right? We quote them on the daily basis. Why? They had the courage to do something different.
Out of the box.
Yeah. So, but shout outs to each and everyone who had sex just to have me as a byproduct. 87 generations of people had to have unprotected sex for me. Thank you. Great job. And whoever give me this, yes. So that's that.
So what is one of your best fan experiences? Like, for example, when you've performed on stage, there must have been fans that would have come up to you later that, okay, it was a great set and everything.
Each and every experience for me is valid, because it might be the
Has
last.
ever a fan tried to hit on you? No?
No.
That came as a surprise to us.
Why?
I mean,
People
usually
tend to hit celebrities like you. And beauties like
Maro
you.
mujhe
actually.
maro, no. Don't hit me. I already have the riots on the streets to deal with all of this.
not as in hit. We meant like, have they tried to approach you?
I don't have, I don't know, do I give that vibe that's, oh my god, please, anyone? Sir,
No,
sir,
definitely
please,
not.
please, 5 minutes, please, sir. And then, like, come on.
And then Indian men are like 2 minutes.
Hey!
She got offended. I guess she had 5 minutes.
No, I tend to have a good private life.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you, because it's the vibe that I try to create. I don't use people for my pleasure. I never done that.
Okay.
I made sure that everybody are happy.
You don't believe in hookup culture?
Oddio. I don't think India is the right place, because people here are raised differently.
Okay.
And
Have you ever hooked up in India?
Huh?
Have you ever hooked up in India?
Not yet. I'm waiting. It's been 8 years. Listen, I'm aging. No, but I don't know. Like, it's a vibe that I didn't get. That I didn't got here in India. Like, I usually just try to date people, see what if, in case I have time, because there is no. Well, yeah. I'm sorry to break up this thing that, oh my god, maybe she has a lot. Maybe I wish, I don't know, like I maybe wish to finally date someone that would be nice.
So what's your ideal guy condition?
Terms and conditions. What are you, iPhone? Well, to be with someone or to just date?
To date. Basically, the one you'll want to spend your whole life.
To be with someone.
I think loyalty, because loyalty comes first for me, because as I said, I've been cheated on, so I'm like, many times, and some of those guys still come back in my DMs crying about, oh yeah, I have a wife, kids, but still.
Karma hit me.
No, because like don't bite more than you can chew. That's about it. That's the goal here. Like, if you see someone who is not matching, don't go there. It's gonna hurt. So I usually maybe had people who were a little bit short-sighted. They didn't see what I've seen or I want to see. They didn't see the future, right, that I see. So right now, whenever, like, I'm scared, like, I having paparazzi all over me and all of that, they're like, oh.
You're a miss.
I could be there. I could be there with her, but she didn't happen. I'm like, yeah, because she settled for less, which is totally fine. Having a family, it's a great goal for a lot of people, but not for me. Like, I might be with someone, I might live in with someone, I might actually marry someone, but I don't think that my ultimate goal will be family, because of the prices in the first place. Not that, oh no, but you can afford. I'm like, look at your bank account, not mine in the first place. I will do whatever my bank account will afford for me, and in my goals, it's not taking care of anyone else but myself in the first place. If I'm good, if I can buy a piece of bread, I will buy it. If I cannot buy it, that's okay, totally fine. I will work for it to happen. But it's just like hookup culture. It's like, I don't know, like I really, first of all, I don't go outside as much.
Social anxiety.
Like I go mostly with my friends because they are the ones that, you know, I know I'm gonna finish in like 5 minutes. Don't worry. Second, I'm not online, so I'm not on dating apps
Okay.
Okay.
because my friends are on dating apps, and my God, the ugliness. And for me, like physics matters, so I cannot just, you know, like undress and I'm like all pretty and all like, you know, like muscular and everything, and the guy does, it's a blob. So like I don't want to say that at least he has good personality. I'm like,
At what cost?
at what cost? No, it's like some people, like some girls, they are like, no, he has to have a good personality. I'm like, yes, but that's just a base. Good personality, like just behave like a normal human being. Don't have a fucking attitude, because I hate that. Like, oh, you don't know who I am. I'm like, do you have amnesia? Can I drop you to the hospital? You give me your cell phone. I'm gonna call your mom. I don't know. It's like, mom, yeah, hi. Do you know who he is? Because he just asked me. So just, oh, you don't know who my father is. I'm like, I'm not dating your father. I'm dating you. Like it's somehow sometimes it just feels like too much. Or like I don't like when guys are talking about, oh no, because I have money. I'm like, well, okay.
Keep your money with yourself.
No, it's like you can impress with money only poor people. Like only poor girls will be impressed with money. Like, oh my God, you have money. So they will kind of sell their time and affection and Billy Billy Meow Meow for for the money. But I'm like, I'm not gonna hug your Ferrari whenever I will feel bad, or I will
Lonely.
feel lonely, or I feel insecure. I want to hug you. But if you are a piece of an asshole and you think that you're just gonna get away with money, it's like, yeah, I'm cheating on you, but I'm wealthy. Stay the fuck away. I don't care. I want to be peaceful. I at least I want to die peaceful. Okay, fuck it. I'm like, my life is, it's precious for me. Maybe not for you, but for me. So I will protect myself and my peace. So it's nothing that a man can offer to me apart of the things that I really want from him. That I already have everything. So, or you are like a basic nice human being, or goodbye. Please don't come on the first date in chapels.
You hate chappals.
I don't hate chapels, but there are things like, if it's a first date, you're dressing up not for yourself, you're dressing up for me.
Yeah. And what do you notice on the first date? Except for chappals.
If you wear deodorant,
Okay.
because someone came directly out of the gym without wearing antiperspirant, and it was like, hi, how are you? Everything is okay? I'm good, amazing. So this time, yeah, yeah, I like you. Like you a lot, yes. So yeah.
So talking about your work, we recently came across your song that you very recently released, Dil Be Kabu. So what is the story behind it? Like, you got a Hindi verse on it and everything.
So the thing is that whenever I'm saying I have a bedroom studio, it's a bedroom studio. It's like literally me on my bed with my laptop trying to. So yeah, all these cat memes and all of that's me. That's me. You know. So after this,
Billy Billy Meow Meow.
yeah, I cannot say pussy pussy meow meow, right? Piggy pig going going. I cannot say that in the loud because they will ban you. But listen, my Hindi,
Yeah, it's,
on the-
it's great.
it's on point.
It's on
so
point.
Sometimes, not every time. So I collaborate with a lot of people, and I just want to give back the vibe that India gives me. So whenever this time I'm like, kind of had the vibe of reminiscence, which I actually think that whenever I was in school, the music lesson was just taught very superficially by people who used to fucking hate their work to the core, and they would, like my teacher, he would do everything just to humiliate you. And I used to love uh, I used to love music since I'm a child, because at the end of the story, I went to school for the first time at the age of 8,
Okay.
because we didn't have money before for that, and the only thing that I had is books and music. So I used to live with that. I didn't have friends. I didn't have anything. I was just like in the house trying to like socialize somehow with those things, and that made me understand the music theory behind it, because I had a lot of time, and I tried to create something on my own, on notes, right? So there was this assignment. This guy coming to us. It's like, okay, this is assignment in class. La la la. He gives me this assignment. I do the assignment very quickly, and I just give it to him, because I'm like, okay, this is the time that I'm like, this is time to shine, girl. And he's like, this is shit, and he throws it at me, and I'm like, thank you so much for saying that in front of all the class. Empowering. So it's just like, the it's the teacher. It's up to teacher to like pump it up your brain to say, okay, you know what, I can do better. If it's a critique that actually works.
It has to be a constructive criticism.
Yeah. If you hate your job and you're working with kids, don't just don't go there, because you will just have a bad time, and you will make next generation live the hell. Which, come on, it's teacher is a very, very important thing to do. So, or you really, really want to do it, or don't. It's like if you are a doctor and you don't give a shit about the life of people, and you do it for money, it's gonna happen as is happening in USA. That's, everything for money, and you see where they went. I'm not saying that they don't have good people with heart and all of that, but majority of doctors are just like very money oriented, and that's it. Like, it's just hustling for money. So every time that any of my tracks is released, I'm feeling like, to say, rescuing my childhood self from this hell pit that I kind of got stuck till now. Because, like, once again, when everyone around you saying you are not capable, you ain't shit, your work is not good enough, and all of that, you just feel very, in this confinement, in this jail of, oh, okay, this is my life, I have to be just normal.
Self-doubt.
Also, a lot, trust me. It took me years to understand that I can do a lot of the things that everyone around me would say, listen, what are you even doing? Seriously, this is what you want to do? Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Oh, you think that you are that thing? You think that you are that kind of shit? Oh, you think that you're so important? Fuck yeah. So this time it's like, the even if it talks about the relationship between man and woman, like, okay, it's kind of way more into it. It's way more. It's like the love to yourself. It's like I am trying to find again and again and again. Like that person who was not harmed by people around by saying that you don't matter. So let's cross fingers. Maybe you will hear that in radio in the next weeks. You never know. You never know.
We'll be waiting for that day.
Cross fingers. Yeah, like I like one thing to do it. So I done the track with Gurpreet, my super bestie, and we sat down. We talked about it. We talked about like what both of us went through in life, and we said okay, we can because at the end of the story, relationship, it's not only between men and women. It's relationship with yourself. Relationship each and every time that you wake up, you want to chase something, right? Chase that something that you don't have or someone that you don't have. In my case, it's someone that I want to go back to that happy place of me in which I was not having that hell life. So it was that empowered kid that said, okay, you know what, I can do everything. I can make it for myself. Why? Because I want to be proud of myself.
Olly, apart from being tough and having panic attacks, what do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? I do a lot of physical activities. I love to stay in nature. I love to just like switch off, fuck off somewhere in the middle of like for now it's like in the middle of Europe. So I found this place in Poland in which I'm just walking for kilometers and don't hear anything. So it calms me down. It calms me down.
Okay.
Or swimming. Yeah, like physical activities of that reason. Listen, my cardio for now is just swimming.
Unfortunately.
Or fortunately.
But
You decide.
not that I'm not open for the proposals, but then people are like, you have to do the first step. I'm like, I have anxiety, bro.
And you do not have a good physique in the first place.
No, it's even like I was out with friends, by the way, and there was this guy like sitting next to me, and he was like he had a clear view of me looking at him, and like, come on, you're not stupid. You understand that I like you, right? No one came to sit near him. And I was with friends, and it was clearly shown that I'm with friends, right? So
Yes.
he was looking at me, I was looking at him, he was looking at me, I was looking at him. After 2 hours, he stood up and fucked off. I'm like, that's my hookup culture at this point, because like, it's just like we are looking at each other. He will have an attitude without like it just takes a second. Say, if you look at the woman and you see that she actually looks back at you and smiling, bitch, you are dumb. If you don't just pick the moment. Hi, how are you? My name is da da da. What's your name? Oh, great name. What does it mean?
Okay.
Me coaching people to fucking date or approach another person. If you look at the girl and she's like, don't go. That's it. If she looks back at you and smiling.
The smile can be deceptive actually sometimes.
Listen, we are not Hiramandi here. Smile because deceptive.
You find Indian men attractive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And not just because of like, oh my God, your skin color is not like, I've been in Kerala. My God, the men there with like long beards, long hair, in which like long beards and long hair, God bless you, but it's something that is just like a Viagra, with the lungi, the lungi, and maybe like half naked with the lungi, and it's like for him it's like normal and traditional. For me
Hmm.
it's like, whoa. Hello. You, me, food?
Ille.
Yeah, but then you go to Northeast and you see this amazing, beautiful guys with super like cat eye, and you're
Hmm.
like, okay, food.
One plate momo.
Yeah, it's like in India it's a subcontinental culture, right? So
Hmm.
each and every place that I went, I've seen very beautiful, handsome man, very beautiful, handsome man.
Okay.
The problem obviously is that not everyone knows how to dress Western,
Hmm.
but if the same man would dress traditional, I would smash. Yeah, because it looks amazing. Like, embrace the culture. Like, you have this hair growth like there is no tomorrow. Use it.
Hmm.
You can man bun the shit out of yourself, and you will be like just looking like an amazing, like, it's just hardcore how we in Europe trying to like have our hair growth, and you have it for free, and you still don't appreciate it. My God, no, seriously. And then having one of the youngest population in the world, like everyone here are like in 25, 28. You're like, my God bless you. When I was in your age. So yeah, and beautiful girls as well. You have a
That is
beautiful
true.
woman. You have a beautiful woman.
So,
So that's
Olly, with this, we've come to the end of the podcast.
woohoo!
It was a really fun conversation.
Yeah, especially the time like, I got abused at the age of no, just joking.
And Olly, please don't die.
Yes.
We'll have to see your more reels.
And listen, I am one of the things that I am very particular about that, about the safety. That's why I'm just like freaking out each and every time, like, you don't look left and right while crossing. What? So I'm like very, very, very thing like that. But from the other side, I just like I'm way more conscious about like this lifetime that I'm here. So that's why maybe I'm doing what I'm doing. So don't die. Like,
Yeah. And honestly, you're a tough girl. And it was nice meeting you. Nice having conversation with you.
it's like what Kung Fu Panda? What was the Po?
Po.
Yeah, I'm Po. I'm like Po. I'm very chaotic, but at the end of the story, I'm like, huh? I made it.
So thank you so much, Olly.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you
you
for
next time.
joining us at KATAAKSH. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. तो कैसे लगे आज के कटाक्ष? उम्मीद है ये पॉडकास्ट आपको भी उतना इंटरेस्टिंग लगा होगा.
अगर इंटरेस्टिंग लगा तो लाइक करें, शेयर करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और कमेंट करें अपने कटाक्ष.
हमारे साथ कटाक्ष करना मत
But you
भूलिए.
know, I'm like fucking Drake जी, जो मन किया वो करूँ अंग्रेज नहीं. Ay, अब खत्म करे बातें, मेरे यार जिंदगी यूं ही निभा दे. और फिर इस पॉडकास्ट को कह दे चलो सब्सक्राइब करो, थोड़ा थम्स अप दिखा दे क्या.